Department, and Alex Barnett, who's the applicant on this application. This is the November 19th, 2025 session of the Zoning Hearing Examiner docket. My name is David Sturkey. I'm the Zoning Hearing Examiner for the city. I'll be presiding over the hearing. Case number is ZH20250117. That's 4777 Kenard Avenue. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any other parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the Zoning Hearing Examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. We'll hear from the applicant and they will tell us about their proposal. If there were anyone here from the public, they would have an opportunity to testify after the applicant has presented its case. I'll hear from Trey Sheldon, Zoning Hearing Examiner, to offer any evidence, any testimony in addition to the staff report that he's prepared for this application. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition, the applicant shall have an opportunity to respond to that testimony offered in opposition and then make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. All right, let's go ahead and get everyone sworn in. Alex, if you can unmute for me, great. If you could raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you shall provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I affirm.
I do.
Trey, okay. Trey, you are now
Aurora Borealis temporarily.
Pole. Okay, got it. That's
temporarily doing that. I'm trying to fix this with the uploads from Samantha that she did before she left, because that's where all those are hidden. We realized before the hearing began that my letters behind my name appeared correct to me, but were actually backwards mirror image. So trying to remedy that.
No problem.
Thank goodness you don't make signs that way, Alex.
Yeah.
That is true.
Right. Alex, if you're ready, let's go ahead and tell me about the project.
So just like you've seen with plenty of our other Kroger projects, we're just updating the branding. This one included, did not include a fuel center. But for variances, we are asking for relief on signs A, C, F, D, E1 and E2, to section 1427-37. We need a numeric variance for the number of signs and then locational for the rest of them and dimensional. Really, it's about visibility. This sign has this property has a lot of visibility from streets that aren't technically frontages, just based on the parcel, and so they're not technically allowed signs, but it does detract significantly from their visibility. And this, I think, what we have designed is, appropriate to the scale, especially considering other parcels in the CCA district. They've got 7.635 acres, 400 plus feet of frontage, and the building is about 80,000 square feet. So I think it's definitely scalable to the size of the building. And I think that this design does not detract from the purpose and spirit of the zoning code. And I think it serves to improve the community and the business.
Okay. Of all the sign, are these all sign replacements, or are there any new signs being installed?
So there are there's both.
Okay. Of the signs that are just being replaced or updated with the new logo, are they increasing the size of or increasing the nonconformity in any way from the existing signs?
So yeah, so when we're adding the cart logo, they are going to increase in size. But I do not believe there is, and Trey, correct me if I'm wrong, sign D1 and D2, I don't think there's the letters there now, I believe, but we're adding the cart, so that will increase. but I do apologize.
I mean,
As
you
I
have
said,
it,
this
you
is
have it
not my intended location.
like on sign D on the side, for example, you have it as actually reducing from 192.9 square feet to 188.4.
Yes, that sounds right. I apologize. My drawings are on my iPad, but I'm not getting service here right now to be able to pull them up. So I do apologize for that technical difficulty.
Okay.
But yes, that is true. So the
it-
signs are, the signs D will be getting smaller. So that will be,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Let me ask you then, you said that there are some new signs going up, or that you're adding new signs that aren't just strictly replacements. Can you tell me more about what which signs those are, and um, why they're appropriate?
yeah.
Did you catch that, Alex?
Yes, I'm going to see if I can
Okay.
pull up the drawings on this phone because I don't.
Sure, that's fine. Take your time.
If you need me to help out, like I'm happy to, because I've got it on my staff report.
Yeah,
So.
Trey, if you are, I can hear they just.
Okay. Yeah, let me give Trey an opportunity to weigh in here, and you can comment on what Trey has. So Trey, I
So
guess I'll ask you. No, sorry. Go ahead, Alex.
I was just say I got it now.
Okay.
C,
So
C and F are new, but F, the F one, like if you look at my staff report at figure 5, it pretty much spells it out. Like C, for example, you're adding a new sign there for the pickup, and then you're taking away the big Queen City, what is it, Queen City Center sign, and
yes,
and instead you're kind of a, it can't be an identification sign, it's too big, but you basically have the pharmacy ID wall sign on the corner. So I think that figure 5 pretty well exemplifies what's happening on the front of the building, David.
Got it. Okay. So it looks like, as we go through, sign B is a logo replacement and reduces the size of the Starbucks sign.
And
The
that doesn't need any relief because of course it's a separate business within the building, so it's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
So it's not the subject of the
Sign
here.
sign A is a logo replacement where the size is uh slightly smaller, and then it looks like it looks like C and F are going to be new signs, but you'll be losing an existing sign. It's Queen City Combo, which looks like it's probably total square footage, relatively consistent um, in terms of the switch. Is that right? Does that sound correct?
yes, yes,
Okay.
I
And
agree.
then there's two D signs, one on each side there of the building. And those are both
yes.
replacements at changing to the new Kroger logo
That is correct.
with the
Yes.
cart. And they're both going to be reductions in overall size. Let's see. Am I missing any signs, Trey?
Nope, that's it. It looks like the overall size of the lettering has reduced, but they've added that cart logo that's been, I mean, this is probably your 25th hearing of doing this as all these get kind of rebranded. So
Yes.
Sure.
it's
Yep.
similar thing.
Okay. Trey, anything else you wanted to add on this?
Overall on the, you just want me to chime in on the overall product or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just consistent with what Kroger's been trying to do the entire time. I mean, this site has sort of a particular challenge in that it it's got visibility from all 4 sides, right? Basically, you've got major thoroughfares. You've got Mitchell, you've got Clifton Avenue. You can even see from up above on 75, like I think that's 75, I guess. Yeah, it's 75 up there, crossing up above. And then you've got Kenard itself. So overall, you got potentially have people coming from a lot of different directions to get to here if they were, seeking to come here. I would say especially, I always think especially if somebody's coming to try to find the pharmacy or something, an elderly person or something that's trying to get to there, that wayfinding component is important. We have phones and all those things in our cars now, or sometimes the screen on it, but you really shouldn't be driving around. You really shouldn't be driving around looking at your phone while you're trying to get on a busy street to a parking lot. So I think the wayfinding component is still pretty darn important in contexts like this, and especially when you're trying to access a pharmacy. So I think that strict application of the code in that regard would really deprive them of the ability to identify themselves for wayfinding purposes from all those directions. And frankly, especially on Mitchell, and I think I had one at least on Clifton, but I mean, there's a whole bevy of signs I've put there in the, preservation of the substantial property right. There are just a ton of places all there along Mitchell that have, same thing, different car dealerships, a Wendy's, and so on. And I will note there's kind of an unusual component to this as well, which is that there is an access drive, a fairly large one, which I've depicted in here for you, David. It's in the figure 3 in the staff report. So there is a significant in and out egress. I mean, that's probably 50 feet, 40 feet wide. But it technically doesn't count as frontage because I don't know this because but I assume it's an easement over the Gold Star property there. Like it's a separate parcel, not owned by Kroger's, but presumably it has they have some kind of a vested right from a couple decades ago to cross over and have an entryway there. So I think that sometimes a picture paints 1,000 words, and figure 3 does, where you got this off Mitchell, which is heavily trafficked in both directions, multiple lanes, and you've got this access road here. With Kroger identifying itself in the background. So, while that sign needs relief locationally, the sign D there or whatever needs relief because it technically doesn't have frontage. From a practical standpoint, there really is access. Like there would be frontage if this was a panhandle, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I think the site's kind of unique, even compared to a lot of these. You've had, at least 2 frontages, if not 3, for some of the Kroger thing, and we've just been in for, like, say, numerical relief for more than one sign on the facade. In this case, you need the additional relief on the sides because of those outlots. Uh, you know, Even though you've got Clifton Avenue and Mitchell Avenue right there where people are wanting to see it, you technically don't have frontage there because of the outlots from the daycare center over by Clifton Avenue, and then you've got the McDonald's and the Gold Star there with the lots that separate them from those frontages. So, I don't want to say it's a technicality; it's a reality that they don't have frontage. But the fact is, people are trying to come from those arterial streets and get to this property.
Yep, I would agree with that. As I one last question, as I look at the street view, it looks like there's a Fifth Third Bank sign that's on the front facade, that's not in any of the images and the application materials. Do we know if that sign is still there?
It is very possible that it's not.
Okay.
It they've been remodeling a lot of the stores with banks and taking out the banks, and a lot of the stores that didn't have the pickup. It's and again, this is just my understanding. I no way can speak for Kroger on this aspect, but I believe that they've transitioned those into the pickup areas a lot of the times, and some of the smaller stores that aren't marketplaces.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like in the satellite view it might not be there anymore, but okay.
Well,
Thanks,
in any
Trey.
case, you're not
Yeah.
replacing any of that signage. So
Yeah.
if it's still there, then it's still there.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Trey. Anything else, Alex, on this project before we adjourn?
Just thank you, gentlemen, for giving me a little extra support on this one. I will certainly be more prepared for our next one.
You're out in the field there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem, Alex. I appreciate that. And yeah, this is my neighborhood. It's not, I'm up and down Clifton and Mitchell all the time. Live very close, frequent this Kroger, so I'm familiar with the area and some of the complexities that Trey has talked about in terms of identifying the building from some of these side streets. And so I agree with the staff report and with your arguments, Alex, that it would be impractical to strictly enforce a zoning code to this. It looks like, you know, in a lot of cases, this is might be more compliant than what's there already. So I'm going to approve the application. As you know, Alex, I need to formalize that approval and written decision. I'll get that out to you as quickly as I can. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to reach out, but otherwise that's it. Any questions about anything?
No, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a good day, and
You as
we're
well.
adjourned.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
Happy
Bye.
holidays, guys.